Hey everybody, Empress Vibrant here. Hope everybody is bliss. Welcome to your February 2021 reading. Hope everybody is well. Please like, share, subscribe, and comment. Let me know if anything resonates. It's a very general reading, so it will not resonate with everybody. If it doesn't, please check your sun, moon, and rising signs. I'll be changing the format of this channel soon. I'm going to be moving my monthlies to a monthly subscription where you will be able to get your monthlies. You would also get element sign readings. You'll get mood card readings. You'll get the first anything that comes up. You know, if I'm led to do a new moon, full moon reading. Yeah, there'll be so many different spreads definitely involved, and you'll also get a discount on your personal readings as well, which also helps. I'll also be doing weekly readings that I will be starting from March. I may start soon, it depends. We'll see how it all works out. But anyway, let's get into what's going on for you Libras. Hey Libra gang, welcome. Hope everybody is bliss. Let's find out what's going on for you this February 2021. What's the Spirit Universe? What messages do you have for Libra? Oh, lovely. What messages do you have for Libra for February 2021? What messages do you have for Libra for February 2021? Okay. So we've got number 33, reflection. Okay. And we also have number 25, integrity. All right. So let's kick it off with the first one, which is reflection number 33. Okay, so let's read. So it says, the energy of reflection supports our growth through the insight we get from the contemplation of self and others. So I say again, reflection number 33. The energy of reflection supports our growth through the insights we get from the contemplations of self and others. Okay, so this is all about reflecting on what's happened in the past, the insights that we learn from other people, their scenarios, the circumstances surrounding our lives, what we've learned. Yeah, it's all about what we've learned, you know, what we've been able to observe about ourselves and others, what we've been able to observe about our environments, how we're moving, how we're living. Yeah, so this is about introspection, digging deep, having a look at your life, looking at our lives and finding out, looking at how far we've come. You know, this is about growth and expansion through the contemplation, like really deep in been through a mazza still, seen a lot, done a lot still, you know, seen a lot, been through a lot, the lessons that we've learned about ourselves, the things that we would have said we would have never do, but yet we're doing, you know, yeah, it's basically about growth and introspection, really looking and observing. I like that contemplation that we get from ourselves and others. So that's the things that we are spoken to about from our families, our significant others, our children, our work colleagues, you know, anyone who we're in contact with, who we interact with. So let's find out why reflection is here. Can you tell me why reflection is here for Libra for February 2021, please? Tell me why reflection is here for Libra for February 2021, please. Thank you. Can you tell me why reflection is here for Libra for February 2021? Libra, February 2021. Jeebus. My goodness. Right, so I've got 4. I'm just going to have to go through it because you know that when these cards come, there is a reason and we got to dig deep, okay? Because when we're dealing with reflection, we're dealing with that contemplation of growth, what we've done seen, what we've done, you know, and that's that contemplation where we see it through ourselves, what we've personally seen, and what other people around us have gone through, shown us, seen. Right, so the first card we've got is the King of Cups. The King of Cups is very much about ensuring that he plays his role. So maybe we're reflecting on the roles that we play within our relationships, the roles that our significant others play in our relationship, what they've put in, what we feel that they've been lacking in. Maybe they've been loving and kind, but maybe not so much listening to your requests, maybe not being as creative in their ways in which to how they deliver conversations, or how they, you know, whether not being as creative to to show their gratitude or to show their love or to push the boat out, to do things outside of the box. You know, because sometimes the King of Cups is very loving. He's someone who enjoys the partnership and the family life, but also can quite lack creativity, and at times can be quite self-absorbed, or insecure at times when not directed in the best way. So this could be that reflection on how you've been treated by a significant other, how you've been treating your significant other. Maybe you haven't been pushing the boat out, you know, okay, so we're in lockdown, okay, so there's nowhere to go, but there's candles. You could, you know, you can have a nice romantic meal. You can facilitate the children going, you know, for walks, or, you know, going out with their bubble for a couple hours for some exercise, just so that you and your significant other can have some quality time. These are the sort of creative things that possibly could, you know, be lacking. But then it also definitely feels like there was a lot of love and connection going on here. But I feel like the reflection is looking at the give and take, looking at the giving and the receiving, you know, instead of looking at what have you done for me lately, maybe start looking at the fact that there is a give and giving and a receiving energy going on here, and that it's an equal and fair exchange. So maybe that's what's the reflection needs to be on, not necessarily what's not there, but what you actually have. And sometimes we can be so focused on the lack thereof that we don't really look at how much we actually have and the blessings that we have. So sometimes there is that, you know, insecurity of not having enough, not being enough. When if we get that lack mentality out of the way, then what we see is what we have, and what we have is quite a lot. There's a lot of love here. Yeah, it seems like a lot of love, a lot of emotions, a lot of supporting each other through some really quite harsh times, I can feel as well. We also have the Five of Wands, so there's a reflection of competition that you've had or are continuing to have. So this is, you know, that conflict where it could be at work, where someone's in competition with you, they want to shine more brighter, they want to seem like they have all the best ideas, they want to submit their work in before you. You know, this is about not helping each other out, and this could be a reflection of how you behave in your relationships in general, whether they be romantic or whether they just be, like I said, work colleagues, siblings, your family. There's an air of competition, like I need to be at a different state of being from you. I need to assert my dominance. I need to show you how great I'm doing. And I think for some Libras, it's very difficult to watch when people are in competition with them, when they just want to see everybody win anyway. Um, but there are those that will be around you that instead of um, wishing you the best, they're in competition. They want to feel like they're doing better. And I think the reflection is on allowing those people to do what they're doing and stepping back from that. Because sometimes what the reflection I see is that you fed into it and it's made you feel quite low, and it's made you, like I said, with that sort of insecure energy, that lack thereof. Sometimes it can make you feel like, why are they behaving like that? What's all this competition thing? I'm not in no competition with anybody. I just want for everybody to win, so if you're doing well, brilliant, continue, like, well done. But there is definitely an air of competition, and especially for you Libras as well, where you may be in competition with other people, in a sense where you want to be the first to finish, you want to be the one to get all the praise, you want to be the one, that nobody has anything to say to, because I'm on point, I got my ish together, that kind of energy as well. So be very mindful that maybe that's what we need to be reflecting on, the competitions that we have with others, opposed from working apart as a team and helping each other out. And then we also have a reflection on number 6, which is the lovers. So a reflection on our relationships, how we are showing up for each other, how passionate we are, um, reflecting on, showing our compassion, our love, and our understanding for one another. There's definitely an energy of needing to reflect on how much energy, you put in, or your significant other puts in, or whoever it is that you are in this love type scenario with, where are you putting in, or are you just taking, are you just along for the ride and you're not willing to put in anything? So all of that, reflecting on how special you are and how special your significant other is, and to be mindful that you let them know that, from time to time, that you don't forget that it's not just a given. Sometimes people need to be, they need, you need to affirm, and you need to affirm their position in your life, give them some recognition and some reward, show your gratitude and your appreciation. And I think that's where it is. We've got to really remember to show gratitude and appreciation for those in our lives, because they do give, and we do have an equal, fair and exchange. Sometimes it's not equal and fair, and we're just taking. So we've got to be very, very reflective of the fact that we're not just assuming things are supposed to be this way and not putting your due diligence in. So if this is to do with you, and you're not putting your due diligence in, and you're not speaking words of affirmation and love to your significant other, it's time you do so. And I think that's what we are being asked to reflect on now. Okay, so maybe our significant others is wanting some TLC and wanting to know that they are loved and appreciated. Or similarly, maybe Libra, you feel like you're not being loved and appreciated right about now, and the reflection is on like, hey, I ain't receiving what I'm supposed to be getting around here, like I'll be putting in there, I'll be putting in work around here. But there is definitely reflection on how we are showing up for each other, and that's the insight of how we're interacting with one another. And there's definitely a reflection on the Three of Swords. And this is that heartache and pain and betrayal. Maybe we just need to reflect on the times that we've played the villain, where we have caused a lot of pain and hurt, and make peace with the fact that we've done that. Maybe there are people we need to apologize to. Maybe there are people who are going to want to apologize to us for the pain and hurt that they have left us in. So for you Libra, it's both, where you've played the villain and where you are the victim. there is an element that, yeah, reflection on your role that you played, you know, in the competition, in the lover situation, possibly, you know, how you show up, how you didn't show up, you know, where you abandoned the situation, where you let somebody down, you know, and there's a lot of excruciating pain here. So there's a reflection on how you've also felt in the past or how you're feeling now. You know, maybe you're feeling quite let down, hurt, you know, heartbroken, you know, and you feel like, you know, you haven't been dealt with fairly, or maybe somebody feels like you haven't dealt with them very fairly. So there's definitely a need to reflect on, you know, and contemplate on our actions and what our actions have caused for others as well. Because it's all right for us to be like, oh, people say mean, when really we've also done some mean and unfair things. Although we recognize that everything that is done is necessary for our learning, and nothing is by accident. However, there is still repercussions and there is still casualties at the end of it, you know. So we've got to be mindful of those things as well, whether we are the ones licking our wounds because of this pain, and similarly for us are those who have caused the pain. And when we think about it, well, but you know, everyone's pretty much in the same boat where we've all done our fair share of hurting and being hurt. This is a part of life, you know, and a part of growing up. Um, so yeah, there's that energy too. So let's get into number 25, integrity. Okay. So we've got the energy of integrity supports our choice to be consistently truthful and honest while being guided by high moral standards. Okay, so I say it again, 25, integrity. The energy of integrity supports our choice to be consistently truthful and honest while being guided by a high moral by high moral standards. So there it is again. Okay, when we're dealing with integrity, this is what I mean about the pain and you know, and the anguish that we've could have caused other people. This is about us being truthful and honest about who we have been, um, who we want to be. You know, how we set ourselves apart from everyone else. How we be honest with our moral standards. What do we deem as fair, unfair? You know, what is okay for people to get away with you, what is not, you know, and this is where we can start, you know, drawing the line and under the you know, drawing a line under the sand where it comes to things that have happened in the past, working out how better we're going to be now that we've seen the repercussions of our behavior, or the fact that we wasn't truthful, or that our moral standards were pretty low when we made certain decisions, you know, and all of those elements come into, you know, into even when we was dealing with our reflection with, you know, some of the heartbreak, the stuff to do with the lovers, you know, being truthful, being in competition, feeling like maybe, you know, you haven't got everything that you need, and there's sort of like an insecurity and a lack mentality. So all of those things come into play as well, where it's like, can you really complain though? Like, where's your integrity on the radar? You get what I mean? Like, how have you really been dealing with folk? You know, and that's kind of where this is coming from as well. So, let's see why this is here. Tell me why integrity is here for Libra for February 2021. Tell me why integrity is here for Libra. That's definitely it. Tell me why integrity is here for Libra. Okay, so we have the Tower. Okay, number 10. Number 16, sorry. The Tower. So it lets me know that the Tower is talking about something that needs to be broken down, an obstacle that needs to be removed. Okay, so this is issues, this is arguments, this is breaking down of relationships, this is clearing the air. You know, this is like, I can see clearly now that the rain is gone, all the obstacles is out of my way now, I can see why I win. That's that kind of energy, you know, where, like I said, for this integrity is a choice to be consistently truthful and honest while being guided by high moral standards. So an ideal that you've stood on for some time that maybe has not been coming from a good place, was not honest, you know, was not direct, was not coming from a place where morals were even at a decent level. And now that needs to fall away. That needs to be demolished. That needs to be broken down. That needs to be moved out of the way to make room for new ways of being, new moral fiber, new ways of being truthful, honest, being genuine. But something needs to fall. The tower needs to fall. The obstacle needs to fall. The old way of doing things, the same old thing. You know, it's like singing the same old tune, you know. This has been the thing that's happened to me. They always do this, they always do that. Blah, 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 blah. Do you get what I mean? It needs to be broken down in its simplest form, moved out of the way so that a new way of being can be had. You know, this tower needs to fall. This is like breaking down of old viewpoints, old patterns of beliefs. It's as real as that. It could just be, I don't even believe in that no more. I used to really hang my hat on that reasoning, and I don't even believe that again. I used to really, really put my faith and trust in these type of people, but wow, I don't even really want to be around those people again. I've changed. I'm not the same person anymore. That old person needs to die. That old ideal needs to fall away. And that is what the tower signifies. Yeah. So then we're also talking about now, number 4, the emperor. Now the emperor's the very, very focused person. His energy is focused, ensuring that things are done correctly. He's all about order, structure. It's not about the chaos. He wants to make sure that everything is as it's supposed to be. So when we're talking about integrity, someone like the emperor would have integrity. This is how it needs to be done for everybody to get what they need out of the situation. I'm going to put in this, you put in that, and if we all put in what we're supposed to put in, everybody eats, everybody's good, you know, there's a focus, there is a plan of action, everybody knows where they stand, everybody knows what their role is, and that is what the emperor signifies. Okay, signifies that strength, leadership, you know, and focus. So I think that's what will support you, Libras, in really pulling at. Once this old ideal and old ways of doing things has been pulled down, now there's a new focus, a new energy, a new way of seeing your integrity, being this person who is consistently open and honest and has a high moral standards, and they exude that, okay, in all that they do. Okay, so that is a very positive, because we're talking about moving away from those old constructs, moving away from them old thoughts and feelings that don't really serve anymore. Okay, to finding another focus. Okay, being more reflective, you know, being consistent, being the same positive, minded, loving character that you always have been. It's about that, you know, that consistency of being. So this moves us nicely into our love portion of the reading. We're losing daylight here. It's going to be dark. Switch on the lights. think I'll just let this video finish, and then the next one we'll have light. We've got just enough daylight before it starts to get too dark. Okay, so also Spirit Universe, can we have messages of love for Libra for February 2021, please? We have messages for Libra for February 2021. Messages for Libra. I feel like there's one message for Libra. Gone too far, no. Far too many. I feel like there's one or two more. Yep, two. I felt like that was the case. Right. So we have the first love message is chemistry. There is a strong magnetic connection here. Chemistry. There is a strong magnetic attraction here. So there is an energy that you have with your significant other. Maybe it's someone that you just met, but the chemistry is shell. Yeah, there's a magnetic pull that you and your significant other have. It's like an energy where you can just talk for hours, you feel comfortable in each other's space, you giggle, you laugh, you know, you're very attracted to the other person. The chemistry is off the heezy, probably the be really good as well. You know, there's a lot of TLC going on here. So yeah, I say enjoy it, enjoy it, Libra. Enjoy it. Enjoy the fact that you have a common interest, or you have a pulling towards someone and somebody has that same magnetic pulling towards you. This is definitely in a relationship that is based on a lot of love, and there is a lot of personality similarities, you know, and you're allowed to be yourself around this person. You feel comfortable and you don't have to put on any airs and graces. And that's kind of what we all want. We all want to be with someone that we can just be ourselves, let loose, enjoy. Enjoy yourself. Okay, so we've got keep an open mind. Your soulmate may differ from your usual type and expectation. So keep an open mind. So this is for those who may be like, oh, I don't know why I'm drawn to this person and not my usual type. You know, you don't usually go for people like this. Maybe this person's louder, quieter. Maybe, you know, they're in a different field to you. But there's something about this person that you just really like. So keep an open mind, because especially for you singles as well, don't just be going, oh, this is my type, this is the only type of person that I like, or the type of person that likes me. You know, be open, because they may be totally different from what you expect, but there will be a whole load of chemistry. There'll be lots of stuff to say. Your personalities gel well together. So yeah, there's a lot of TLC. I think there's a lot of bonding. It feels like a lot of bonding, a lot of communication with the keeping an open mind, because I think it's all the other stuff. If it's a thing where, you know, the person doesn't look like the way you prefer, you know, your usual type, it's maybe they're taller or shorter than you would prefer, maybe they're more wide set, maybe they're more thinner than you would, you know, you usually would go for, but the personalities shell, you get on, you laugh and you giggle and you're like, I like the way this person moves. That's not my usual type. Like, it don't make no kind of sense, but I'm really digging this person. Like, that's the kind of energy. So be open to that. So at least you can explore. You know, I think that's really nice. Explore. So we have give your relationship a chance. Work on your partnership. Okay, so for those who are different and pondering whether or not this relationship is, you know, if you really want to carry on with this and that, you know, it's not my usual thing, I'm not really sure, maybe it's slow, maybe they move more slower than you'd like, maybe this person likes to take their time and you just like to rush in with the full 9 yards. You know, Divine saying, give your romantic relationship a chance, give it a little chance, work on it. talk to each other, work out, the equal, fair and exchange, communicate, be real with one another, open up. And that's where, like I said, I keep feeling like this bonding, this coming together, the strengthening of your relationship comes from you working through those issues and coming towards a amicable way of being, an amicable solution. And then we have getting to know each other. As you reveal your innermost self to each other, your bond deepens. You see, I kept feeling like this bond, like there's this, you know, as see, like I said, when you communicate, so it says, as you reveal your innermost selves to each other, your bond deepens, okay, getting to know each other. So you don't need to rush, especially for those who are like, I'm not really sure. Take your time. Don't really rush. You're getting to know each other. So that way, when you've decided whether or not you're going to take things to the next level, you have given yourself enough time. You've done your due diligence. You've got to know this person enough. You've spoken, you've met up. You like how the way, they like the way they think. You like the way they handle themselves. When it comes to their spiritual health, when it comes to their mental health, when it comes to their self-love, how they manage themselves. Maybe this is what you're most drawn to. It's like, wow, they've got such great mental fortitude, or I just love their tenacity. I just think this person's so smart, and they're very inspirational and things like that. So the more you open up to one another, the more your bond deepens. So it's really, really lovely energy. It's really lovely. And I think once we start looking at all the reflections that we've had from the past, the things that haven't gone so well, how harsh it was, the times where we were the victim of some real harsh energy, or where we were the perpetrator in this scenario, when we reflect on all of that and say, okay, I've been through a lot, I've seen a lot, and I've done a lot. However, I want to move forward in a new way. And being transparent and open, and having a high level of integrity, then this is how you can start building those relationships where chemistry is on point, where you're being open-minded. Maybe they may not be your usual type, but the way you get on, you're like, I like you, giving your relationship a chance and getting to know each other makes the bond grow deeper. So I really, really love that energy. Okay. So we have moving towards the close of our Libra February 2021 reading. We are going to go and get some advice and words of encouragement from the Animal Spirit deck. Can we have some advice and words of encouragement for Libra for February 2021, please? Thank you. Okay. So the first one we have is a Lizard Spirit. Dream the world into being. Dream the world into being. Number 38. Dream the world into being. Oh, I love that. So this is where you're starting from a place where you're visualizing, you're dreaming about the things that you want. The more you visualize, the more you write things down in your journal, you dream and you visualize how you want your world to go. That's what it will become. I love that. Dream your world into being, Lizard Spirit. Okay, Libra. I like it. And then we have number 5, Bat Spirit. A rebirth is assured. Yes, a rebirth is assured. Number 5, a change. There is something else, a rebirth. You are becoming brand new again, new ways of doing things. You had the Tower, things breaking away, old thought patterns, old things done away with. A rebirth. You are coming brand new again. New things, new things, new things. We like that. A rebirth is assured. Like that. And then we have Armadillo Spirit. Set healthy boundaries. Real talk, Libra. Real, 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 real talk. Set healthy boundaries, because sometimes we can let things slip too much. We can let things slide. And then when we let things slide too much, we just be upset and be like, oh, this is what I'm saying. And they just don't want to moan. And they don't really want to be confrontational. And now people just taking levies. But you have to set healthy boundaries so that you don't fall victim to that. And you don't allow yourself to be used and abused. That that you set the parameters for how you wish to be loved and how you wish to be treated. So set some healthy boundaries, Libra. Yeah. Last but not least, we have number 4, Badger Spirit. Be fearless and bold. Hmm. Yes, Libra. Be fearless and bold. Don't be worrying about what people got to say, what they're going to do. Just live your life. Be fearless. There's nothing for you to fear, because you know that you have this bracket of your spiritual ancestors, your spirit guides, those who love you, who are here to support you on your journey. So just be fearless and bold. Live your best life. Stay there looking and worrying about what people got to say. Who's belly aching about this same way for how long from Chuku? You know what I mean? Just live your life. Living your best life. I ain't mess with you people. Living your best life. Live your best life, okay? Do your thing. All right, people. So that has been your reading, Libra. I hope it was beneficial. Have yourself a lovely, lovely February. Please like, share, subscribe, and comment. Please share this. Press the like button so it can be higher up in the algorithm. People, help a sister out. Yeah, help Empress Vibrant come up in the algorithms. Yeah. So yes, my darlings, have yourself a bliss February, and we shall speak soon. Take care now.